I'm debating because like suddenly they told me that I should go live, but then I just remembered I don't have that. I don't have that app or that feature on this device. I haven't done that yet. I don't know how to do that, and I'm not really that interested in learning because the algorithm's not going to let me out of the dozen or so maximum. Hello? Great. Yeah. Sorry. He was being sweet. He was telling me that there was leftovers. I've been doing this whole raw vegan thing partly out of laziness. It's just easier to eat them raw than to have to cook them. They actually taste good. But I did have, I wasn't coming on here to do this, but whatever. 111. They did have, what am I saying? I did have eggs and toast earlier for breakfast to start my day because my guides were like, you need protein. But no sausage. I couldn't have the sausage, but I could have the eggs and the toast. And I was thinking, spring water. This is not an ad, this is my life. But if you're curious what's going on with me, spring water, broccoli, and carrots. That's kind of my diet right now. Just seems to be what's working the most because when I eat other things, like eggs and toast, and I finally prayed over it and had a toke, it's not working because there's a heavy energy around me, okay? There's a very heavy energy around me, and I'm in too close proximity to it to not be affected by it. Do you understand? Imagine having two kings of swords attached to you that are both coming through as your divine masculine. One you physically live in the same house with as a guest in a room in the basement while he lives upstairs with his wife and child. The other one decided to rob you and use that money to fund his life with the karmic he chose. So this is what's coming through in all the readings, and the energies are all mixed up, and I'm finally able to mostly discern them. But as long as they're both being projected onto me, particularly the ones that I am physically the closest to right now, you know, communication with one affects the energy of the other, which affects my energy because they're both attached to me. So if I say something nice to one, it pisses the other one off. You know, it hurts them. Then that energy comes onto me. But I don't know where it's coming from. You know what I mean? Like at first I didn't understand the dynamic or how it was working, or the fact that, you know, if I'm posting in public for one person and there's another person that's got their eye. I feel like they don't want me telling you this, but internally I feel called to tell you this. If one person has their eye on you and you have your eye on someone else, and that person also has their eye on you, but only in secret because they're also with some, you know what I mean? Like, nobody's talking to me. Everybody's stalking me. And everybody's just freaking out when I don't behave the way they want me to behave. Like, you know what? here's a funny thing about me. I'm pretty agreeable. Like, I'm kind of the most agreeable human on the planet. It might not seem like it because of, outbursts that I've had due to all of the pressure and how I was raised. Because, when you're extremely stressed, it pulls out of you all of the things that you know from your roots, from your upbringing. It pulls all that trauma comes back up to the surface. The way you were raised, it all comes back up to the surface. Now, if you had a nice childhood, if everything was stable, you might not break under pressure, and that's amazing. Kudos to that. That is do I have broccoli in my teeth? That is a strength that I really admire in people, and that is a strength that I sensed in you, which is why it was easy for me to fully believe in the concept that this was all an illusion, and you were in like a control tower somewhere watching and just waiting to see when I would finally come through. And if that's the case, and that's the truth, and that's where we're at now, and you're trying to explain to me that because I didn't react the way you wanted me to react to that one video, I don't know what to tell you, man. You should have filled me in. You should have filled me in on what was going on. You can't withhold information from people and then get upset with them for how they react to things based on their lack of like, I mean this with all due respect and all the love, all the sincerest love in existence. What's wrong with you people? Like, why? Why do you behave this way? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. 7-Eleven. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. If you're curious about me, talk to me. I was going to say I'm not a zoo animal, but if you're curious to a zoo animal, talk to a zoo. If you want to know what's going on with someone or something or some creature, communicate. If you don't communicate, then you're the crazy one. You're the crazy one if all you do is sit and watch someone from afar and then project your energy onto them when they don't give you what it is you want. Like, you can't sit and have all these feelings for me bottled up inside and refuse to open up about them and expect me to continue to behave in the energy of these feelings that you refuse to express outright in any physical form or fashion. Like, you can't expect that. That's it. That's absurd. Like, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you in any way, shape, or form. I love you so much. Like, if only you knew how much I wanted to kiss your face. You know what I mean? Like, it's the whole time I've been fighting with myself because I know you're bad for me and I need to move on from you. But I can't, because I also know that you're carrying the other half of my soul. Or at least part of it. I don't know, because apparently it comes in thirds now. I don't know. I mean, what's crazy about that is that, I wasn't thrilled about the idea, but I was open to exploring just for, if that was what would make you happy. Seriously, though, I don't want to put everyone on blast. I really don't. But, like, y'all can't. Thank you, Lord. They want me back in my divinity now. Apparently, my anxiety put me out of it a little bit, and that's what I don't need. That's what I don't want. Is anyone projecting their anxiety onto me when I'm just over here chilling, trying to have a nice Saturday night. Like, I'm looking forward to SNL coming up, 8/18. It's Saturday night. I want to enjoy myself. I haven't been able to, and I've been so caught in my head and stuck in all this garbage for so long. And now today, I feel free, except everything is pulling me to you, pulling me to you, pulling me to you. This is how he feels. This is how he feels. This is how he feels. And it's not that I don't, please, please understand, it's not that I don't care how you feel. It's not that I don't care what your plans are. It's not, I mean, I know I said I don't care. Lower C care. I was trying to make a point. I deeply, deeply, deeply care. Okay? Like, so much more than you'll ever. I mean, I felt like you, of all people on this planet, could comprehend how much I actually care, because you care that much as well. At least it felt like you did from a soul perspective, you know? I was in love with your soul. I wasn't in love with your body. I mean, I'm so glad, like, you know, perfect packaging. Loved it. But, like, it was your soul. It was your soul. It was your soul. It was your soul. So, you know, not the image you portrayed, not how much money you made, not your career, not any of that. It was your soul. That's all that mattered to me. All that mattered. Yeah, it slipped by. It slipped by. I wasn't trying to catch it. I was looking out of the corner of my eye. It just went. I don't know what to. The weird thing about it is it almost feels like sometimes I get this tinge of anxiety that you really have just, yeah, it's coming, that you really have just disappeared. Like, you're not, it's all illusion. And the energy I'm over here dealing with is the energy. And the frustrating part about that is I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do with that. I love him so much on so many levels, but I can never be what he wants me to be. And I don't think that it's fair to his family to put them through that. His choices are his own, and I want him to find his own happiness, because that's how I love. I do want better for him. I want better for everyone. You know, people get upset with me because they think that I'm judging them. I'm judging their standards. I'm judging how they're living. I'm judging, you know, their like, I don't mean for it to be judging. I don't mean for it to be 1313. I don't mean for it to be judgmental, okay? Like, it's not. I'm judging the situation. I'm judging the circumstances. I'm judging what led to this. I'm judging why we're here right now, because we should be somewhere so much better by now. Like, we should already be in heaven by now. They forgot to tell y'all that, didn't they? That if they hadn't started their little club and started their little endeavor, humans, yeah, I'll use my TV as my lighting, because I don't have like good lighting here, so I try to like finagle. I am a ghetto MacGyver, okay? Let me tell you something. I am a ghetto MacGyver, okay? My skills are making the best of whatever resources I have at my disposal. Whatever resources you give me to work with, I will give you the absolute best you can possibly get for those resources. That's what I can do. I can take a situation where I can't afford what I need, and I can figure out a way to make it work with what I have. That's what I do. You know, everything you guys thought about me, you were wrong. And the frustrating part is I am exactly the person you need for the job, for the relationship, to parent the children. Like, I'm not trying to be grandiose. Like, I genuinely don't mean this in any sort of like holier than thou kind of way, because I don't feel that way. I don't feel holier than thou. We're all people. We all make mistakes. We all have bad days. We all stress out. Like, it's just reality. We're in human form. You cannot be in a human body and not, yes, you can't be in a human body and be expected to behave like anything other than a human being. You know, we can definitely behave like the best versions of ourselves in human form, which I think is what we should all be striving to do. You know what I mean? Like, why are we not trying to be the best versions of ourselves in human form that we can be while we're here in human form? Well, I don't understand why there are people who think that the material, like what appears in the material as the best you can be based on someone else's standards that they created, someone else's criteria that they created for you and projected onto you and told you this is the way life has to be. You know, you go to school, you go to work, you come home, you pay your bills. If you have enough left over, you take your family out to eat. You make sure you make these companies rich. And then you die. If you're lucky, you get to retire. If you're lucky, you don't have to live on Social Security. If you're lucky, you know, if you're lucky. Here's the funny thing about it. Everybody likes to say, oh, I'm so lucky. You know, they act like I'm so lucky. Like, oh, they're so lucky. They're so lucky. Nobody calls me they, though, but whatever. It's fine. I don't mind. If I'm so lucky, why is my bank account so low? Why am I constantly being robbed? Why was I partnered up with a man who would actually go out of his way to siphon money from me through internet scams alongside his girlfriend, mistress, whatever I don't know, whatever. Like, what the hell? How sick and twisted were you all? Like, what were you doing? What were you consuming that allowed you to be in that energy? That is frustrating. These are the conversations I would like to have with you. And I would like to have them in this energy. And it could be that if you would just make the effort. But since you don't, we stay stuck in this loop of will they, won't they, Ross and Rachel, I don't give a shit. I'm sorry. That's why I'm at this level of exasperation. It's not that I don't care about you, or I don't care about this, or I don't want this relationship, or I don't want whatever surprise it is you have in store for me, because I still don't know what it is. And it's fine. I was actually trying to be... You took it wrong. That's my problem, is you took it wrong. I didn't react how you wanted me to react. I reacted how I felt. But you took it wrong because you're still not in your highest energy. When you get in your highest energy, you will see the humor in it that I see, because higher you and me, we get it. But you don't get it yet. And when you get it, you'll get it, you know? If your problem is that you want to be the authority figure and you're upset because I'm not behaving in a submissive way and I'm not being subservient and I'm not... What did CoStar tell me to do? Learn how to lay down on the ground? Like, no. I'm not laying down for you or anyone else, okay? No offense. I don't mean this with disrespect, okay? But I'm not bowing down to anyone other than God at this point. If you want me to ever be back in the same energy I was with you before, you will have to show up. I will have to see your face and hear your voice. Until I see your face and hear your voice, you know? Until I see your face and hear your voice. You guys want some ASMR? Until I see your face and hear your voice. See your face and hear your voice. Sing it with me, kids. See your face and hear your voice. I don't know what you want, but I can't be whatever it is you want me to be because you won't show up how I need you to show up. When we get there, we'll get there. But if you stay in this energy of you think that you're the prize. So you think that you're just observing me until you find me suitable for you. I was suitable for you the day you met me. I was suitable for you you know, I was suitable for you in the front seat of my car that night. I wasn't suitable for your family. I wasn't suitable for your mom. Hi. I hope all is well. I truly do. I mean, in spite of it all, I don't wish harm on anyone. I don't wish bad things to happen to anyone. I get that that has come through me. But me, genuinely me, to the core of my soul, mi corazón, I don't actually want bad things to happen. Especially not to good people, but like not even, I don't want bad things to happen to anyone anywhere ever, because as long as bad things are happening, bad things are happening. Like, if I wish ill will on my enemies, then that just keeps the ill will going. I want the ill will to stop. I want everyone with ill will to get the help that they need, to have better intentions. You choose your intentions. Your intentions are a choice, okay? They're a choice. I choose to have good intentions. Yes, I am someone who has a larger capacity than most for caring and maintaining hope and having faith and all of those things. And help me, Lord. Give me the words. What do you want them to know? I can't not care. I can project the image of not caring, but I can't not care. Okay? I gave that 22. I gave that up. I gave up my free will, essentially. Yes, I still, like, I mean, I can fumble. Like, it's not an exact science per se, but at the same time, the mistakes that I make are not mistakes. Because what happens when you're an artist, mistakes become a part of your art. Oh, apparently someone thinks I'm not fit for service. Wonder who that is. You can be an artist and be a service member. You can be an artist and be a leader. Because here's the thing about being an artist. Artists are born. Artists are not made. Okay? You have a system right now that manufactures artists. It creates them out of non-artists. It takes individuals who aren't actual capital A artists, and it manufactures them. Not all of them. Some of them are true capital A artists, but most of them are not. Artists are born. They're born. But most of us are sacrificed so that you can have a bunch of false prophets that project a false light, which they steal from the artists, from the true prophets, the true messengers of God, you know? The true messengers of God. They steal that energy and they project it for themselves. We need to put a stop to this. We really do. And I don't know where this anxiety is coming from. I'm going to get off of here because I need to talk to God alone in private. But I need you, man. I've needed you all along. I just didn't want to be needy, you know? I didn't want to be clingy. I didn't want to be possessive. And I definitely didn't want to be a distraction to you from your work. This is the longest video I've ever done.